se cierra el sobre bache.
Alright, hello everybody. I'm going to be playing Forza Motorsport today. I'm going to be playing online. I'm not really going to be doing career mode or story mode or whatever you guys call it. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I kind of see this game being a little toxic. I mean, I already played online like maybe a couple times. But, I mean, people just, I guess, crash into you whenever the hell they want. They just, you know, they be hating, bro. They don't want to see you win, but we going to see... we're gonna see what we can achieve here. I hope I can get something done. I hope I can get like maybe in the upper 10th place or better. I don't know. I don't have too many high expectations for myself, but whatever. Let's see what we do. Let's see what we can, you know, achieve. But damn. I don't know what I wanna. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. I don't really care. Alright. With the Beamer. Alright. Let's see how this race turns out. I know there's practice and stuff, but okay. Let's get it. For the video, I didn't really do a whole lot of talking as I was, you know, focused on playing, but as you can see, I started with so much confidence, and I kind of, you know, sometimes because I have so many racing games, I forget what assist I have in each one. But as you can see in this first turn, I didn't do so bad, and then bam. If I wouldn't have just hit the throttle, I forgot I didn't have, I turned on my traction control in this game because I was driving slower cars before I hopped into this session, but as you can see, I was struggling so bad to keep my car from spinning. Not going as I expected, but let's see what we can. I think let me look at my assists because yeah, never mind. Okay. Do manual. But slowly I started to realize that maybe I wasn't so good as I thought. But honestly, probably just because I'm not used to driving such high horsepower cars in this game. It's kind of harder to, you know, kind of feather the throttle when you don't know what you're really expecting. But it was going all good. I felt like I was getting the hang of it up until it started raining, and you'll see it in a couple, maybe in like a minute or two. But it started raining like bad, like horrible. Not even just drizzling, like horrible. And I had to go change my medium tires to wet tires. And the whole time I'm just trying to find balance and like just giving throttle and hitting the brakes and stuff. But I feel like even though I had like 30 minutes of practice, it wasn't really going all that well for me. But you know, I'm trying to get the hang of it playing with no assists or anything. You can see the other cars just pass me by. They don't, you know, they're going way faster than me. But throughout the whole race, I mean, or practice as well, I was seeing people spin out too. So I was, you know, I didn't feel like I was alone in that boat. But, you know, I was fighting real hard to stay. Damn, I suck. To stay, like, just, you know, on track, like, not spin out and lose control. My bad, bro. Oh, shit. Yeah, this guy was... It was kind of funny. I don't know. I feel like he just stopped, like, right on the inner of the right on the inside of the turn on that corner, he just stopped, and I was like, what the hell? I tried to stop, but it was just the most awkward crash ever. I feel like I wasn't doing so bad, like in some of these turns. Like I was kind of getting the hang of it, and then you can see it starts raining, bro. It starts raining, and I'm on medium tires, so I'm starting to skid a little bit more than usual. So I'm like, what the hell? And up until like throughout this whole lap, I just sucked. Like you'll see in a minute, I'll start to just slip everywhere. And I cut out most of it, but it was just terrible. I couldn't even bear to watch it myself, so I wouldn't put you through that. Oh, just getting crashed into. But this guy is just normally drifting, and he's like literally pulling away from me. This is where I felt like I wanted to quit, bro. Look, he's just drifting, and he's pulling away. Like, this guy's such more... He's just better than me, and I'm over here struggling on these simple turns. But this is where I decided to change my tires. I go in the pit. I'm like, box, box, box. If you're an F1 fan, you'll understand that. But anyway, once I changed my tires, I kind of felt a little more confident. And then that confidence got broken down again because I kept spinning out. Couldn't find the balance between brake and the gas. It freaking... It was just a disaster. This race and next race was just terrible. I mean, I'm still gonna show my progress though, because I just started with this wheel. I haven't, you know, I'm not no expert or nothing. I'm literally a beginner, but I'm just, you know, I'm showcasing my progress as I'm trying to learn on this thing and trying my best to get my quickest time possible. Even though I lose control in like literally 85% of this whole footage. Well, not 85%, but like a lot of the times I was losing control. I don't think I ever got a clean lap in this race. Maybe like one or two, but that was about it. And they weren't even that quick, just because I'm trying to find balance and stuff. So I'm going slower than I know I should, but I'm just trying my hardest to not spin out. Like literally every turn, I'm like, let me hit the brake already. Some of these turns though, I didn't take them so bad. Like they were decent. It's just, I know I could have carried more speed through it, but the whole, you know, I was just getting scared to spin out. I didn't want to spin out. Like I just wanted to have a clean, smooth run. And you know, I think I've seen this guy, he spins out a couple times. So I started feeling like, okay, I'm not the only one who's spinning out. I'm not the only one who's struggling. You know, I've seen some other people too, like they were locking up, they were, you know, just spinning out and stuff. You know, couldn't find traction, so I was like, you know, I'm not the only one who's trying this, but, you know, obviously they were a lot better than me. But it felt good that I wasn't the only one, you know, struggling. And I feel like that racing, the red is a little, when the racing line's red on those corners, like sometimes I feel like it's a little bit inaccurate. Like I feel like you can push it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like you can go into it a little bit without hitting the brake at all and then hitting the brake. But since I did switch to manual, you know, I like the manual, not the clutch though, because I don't know, it's just weird with this Logitech. And this guy just rear-ended me. I mean, I kind of understood because as I progressed through practicing on this track, I carried a lot more speed through that corner. So me going that slow on there, like I kind of understood. I was just like, whatever. But yeah. See, I just kept spinning out. It was just the fact that you're driving these fast cars, they're super lightweight, you know, and they got a lot of horsepower, so obviously it's kind of hard when you're in these conditions and you're, you know, trying to hit the throttle with no traction control and not spin out. But that's just what it was. You know, as I'm learning, so it's a learning curve. didn't really get the progress I was expecting to, and I came way too cocky into this race. But I feel like it would have been a little better if like it wasn't raining. But I mean, I couldn't control that. I was just like, whatever, we'll stay, you know. It's kind of nice also to learn how to race in the rain. I mean, because practically you're not always going to get a clear day. You're not always going to get the best of conditions. So, you know, once you start getting that experience under your belt with learning how to handle the rain and stuff, you know, I guess it like helps when it does rain and you don't get such a horrible time on your lap, you know. But throughout the whole race, I mean, I was going way slower than I know I should have. I wish I would have carried a little more speed through it, you know. Kind of looks like I'm a grandpa moving through the turns, but what can I do now? Just kind of learn from it. On to my next race online. So many people like don't really like this game. Like, you know, there's a lot of haters on this because, you know, they're Gran Turismo fans or whatever. So they like Gran Turismo 7 over Forza series. But I mean, it's not so bad, you know, like it's also pretty realistic. I feel like, you know, as I'm driving on the wheel, like there's a lot of similarities too to real life, because, you know, I've driven a couple cars, you know, I've driven manual, and I mean, I see it being like practically almost the same, but not the same. Obviously, like real life is way different, but you know, here I was starting the race.
Hopefully this shit
Practice
dries
finish. I got into 18th place. A couple dudes here are gonna lose their control. They're gonna crash into each other, as you can see. I was trying to avoid them, but I think I got hit in the front. Could have carried a lot more speed through this, but honestly, at this point, I just had like, I was traumatized by all the times that I spun out. I just didn't want to spin out and, you know, lose any progress or lose my place or whatever. As other people, you can see like they were losing their place, so I'm like, at least I gotta keep 18th place and, you know, try to move up or whatever. But as this video plays out, that didn't really work out. I could have took that a lot quicker. I feel like I went way too slow. That's probably why they caught up to me from behind. And they were gonna, I think they overtake me in this section right here before we get to that straightaway. Not too sure. I'll let it play out. So he's either like right on my butt, or, you know, he's right there though. You hear him, like he's coming. Yeah, I was starting to panic because I'm like, dang, I can't really do anything. Yeah, see, right before the straightaway, he overtakes me. Then I overtake him back, but I end up losing my place at some point, like later on in the lap. Just catching up, made my brakes later than he did. Crashed into me, kind of lost his stuff. We were battling it, but lost my control again. And then here we go, wheel to wheel. I'm like, man, this is my first ever toe to toe, you know, wheel to wheel. We're battling it, and then I think I messed up. I think after this turn is when I spin out or something. Well, he overtakes me, and then yeah. And I felt dumb. I was like, man, this is the first, you know, it's gonna give me some decent content. Nope, you suck. But I head over to this turn. This guy spun out, hits the wall, and then he spins out again. I didn't know what exactly he was trying to do, but I guess he was trying to go into the pit lane. And then, you know, in my mind, I'm like, oh man, you know, this is lit. Now I got this this lead, you know, on him or whatever, that green and black Lambo, and without knowing, I seen it was lap 6. There's 11 laps, and then I look at my tires later on, and I'm like, oh shit, and I started sliding all over the place, and like I thought I was just hitting the throttle maybe a little too much, but I was like, I'm not even hitting it that much. And then I look down at my tire health, and I'm like, man, see, and like realistically, I think I should have boxed. Like I should have gone into the pit lane and got some new tires in this lap, but my dumb ass didn't see that at this point, so I keep going. And I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, I'll be good. I got this lead on this guy. I'm in 14th place. Okay, cool. No. So I'll let this play out, but long story short, this car is about to start turning into like, you know, a freaking some skis in a minute, because I'm about to start sliding all over the place. I cannot find any traction. I cannot turn well. I'm going everywhere, sliding everywhere. And then it didn't really hit to me until like I got after, I think it was like after this turn, I'm like, I look at my tire health and I'm like, bro. Up until it was like very red, because I don't really look at that stuff down there. I should, but you know, this is where I decide. I'm like, okay, let's go pit. I cut off some video, but I was like, this is bad. And back to last place we go. And right now when I pull out, you're gonna be able to see I can get a lot more grip on this wet floor when I change my tires. Either way though, I still suck. I still did bad. I feel like, I mean, I know I'm learning and stuff, but as I was expecting, I did a lot worse than I thought I would. It was not that good. Some of these turns though, like I was taking them good, you know, I was flatting out on that towards the end. I was trying to dig deeper into these turns. I could have did a lot better on that turn. I feel like I broke, like, you know, I was braking too early. But I was just kind of traumatized, bro. I was getting traumatized from all the times I kept spinning out of the track. And you know, obviously that takes a lot more time than if I just slow down a little bit. So I was just trying to battle for traction, but then you can see these two guys overlap me, make me feel like trash, like on the 8th lap. I'm already getting lapped again. That was terrible. That was terrible. I just wish the whole swaying thing with Forza games is just throws me off a little bit, you know, just because I can't really see whether whether my car is starting to like slide or if I still got grip, you know what I mean? That kind of sucks. I feel like the braking distance was good. It's just, you know, I could have carried more speed on the exit. Here we go, spinning out again for the millionth time. And then that's me getting lapped again. Oh my gosh, you're freaking trash, bro. Yeah, I know. But I was pretty motivated to finish the race, even though I finished as did not finish, but it's alright. I'll get better. I'll get good. as they say. I'll get good. I know right now, like, you know, I'm getting used to this whole setup. I'm trying to learn how to drive and stuff on this stupid wheel or whatever with all this force feedback bullshit. But I'll get better. I'll get better. I know with time I'll start getting used to the controls. I'll start getting used to the power or whatever with different cars. But it's always good to drive different cars because I'm always used to driving the like lower classes, and I've been seeing these like multiplayer events, and they're just, some are higher, some are lower, you know. But I was excited to try out this class for this video, but you know, obviously it didn't really turn out well because I just looked like a total rookie. I look like somebody that doesn't know how to drive. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but you know, it wasn't so bad, I guess. You know, I guess this is just me as a beginner, but this is my did not finish, so
we finished P15.
damn ass. Okay. Alright. I hope it doesn't start raining like last one. Last one was pretty trash. Just because I don't have assist on. The only thing I do have on is ABS because that's a little annoying, but eventually I'm gonna start turning that off once I get comfortable with all this. But just let's see how it goes. It looks like a clear day.
Many turns here at
So I guess I came into this one a lot more confident. As you can see, I was hitting these corners and turns so much better. You know, I got a lot more grip on this one. And everything seemed like it was going good. You know, up until later you'll see me rage quit. You know, I was like, maybe I'm not meant to drive these kind of cars. Maybe I'm not meant to drive at all. Maybe I should stay off these games. You know, maybe I should turn on my assist and just face the fact that I suck. But, nah, I mean, I did alright. I was hitting some of these corners alright. You know, I was doing pretty decent. Still kind of spinning out on some, you know. But I feel like, you know, on this part of the practice, I was doing good. I wasn't doing so bad as I was in the last one. But there was definitely some errors, and there was definitely places where I guess I could have carried more speed. But I feel like I was still traumatized from the last race, even though that one was rainy. But I was still kind of traumatized. I was not trying to carry that much speed through some of these corners. And, you know, it ended up me losing some time, I guess. But in some of these corners, I did alright. You know, I wouldn't say I did terrible or whatever, considering the fact that I'm on no assists practically. The only one that I don't have is no anti-lock brakes. So once I turn that off, that's gonna suck. That's gonna take like a whole week to get used to, just because, you know, I feel like you gotta be so careful with the brake and the throttle. So, you know, it's like a game of, you know, both of your feet, trying to stay on that perfect balance, you know, on the entry and on the exit. But I was doing good. I feel like this practice wasn't so bad. At some point I was holding second place in the practice. You know, it doesn't really matter, you know, because obviously once you start out, people are loading in or whatever. But I felt good, you know. I was going after it, you know. I was trying to get my quickest lap time before the actual race started, and that's when all hell broke loose. When the race started, everything just went downhill. Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like I get so like scared to like kind of let the car roll through the corner. Sometimes like I forget that even though the line is yellow, you can still let the car roll through, like it's not gonna spin out. But I still kind of hit my brakes a little too much anyway, so it slows the car down way too much, and it just looks like I'm going slow as hell. But here we go. I believe this is probably gonna be the last practice lap before the race starts. So I switch over to this view because the camera doesn't sway so much. Or I mean, it feels like it does, but it doesn't. Like it's kind of fixed anyway. But I like it better, you know, because it kind of gives me a better sense of where I'm turning and where the car is going. So I like this view better. As you can see, I was trying to carry more speed throughout this. I didn't have to hit the brake right there. I feel like I could have kept just flooring it, even though if I would have, you know, not had so much space to turn into this one, you know. I feel like I can be using the track a lot more, but for some reason I haven't done that. It's just kind of, you know, it's kind of weird sometimes. Like you try not to spin out, and you're trying to find that limit, but it just, you know, you don't want to spin out either because it just pisses you off. Especially now, like when I'm streaming or recording or whatever, I feel like I'm in the mentality of like, oh, I can't mess up, you know, I'm trying to get the best content or whatever. But then I forget too, like, you know, I'm just learning, you know, so F it, you know, let's mess up now and learn from these mistakes and, you know, try to learn how to just carry more speed throughout these corners. And I believe right before the end, like, I spin the car out or crash or something. I don't think I did. I might have. Yep, I did. Right. Huh. I hope this is better than last one. Let's get it. Here we go. Overtake one car. Even though I overtook, I still get overtaken anyway because I freaking suck. I could have carried a lot more speed after this corner. Like, I don't think the exit was that bad, but then I didn't. For some reason, I didn't like I could have took that exit and been a whole lot better. But here we go. I got overtaken again. Back down to 14th. I'm in last place technically. I'm trying to catch up, and I think this is where I start messing up so bad, because I know that like they were terribly like ahead of me at some point, but I don't think not yet. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. Somebody goes off track, two of them, and I'm like, cool, you know, 12th place, let's go. But they end up catching up. I could have carried so much more speed through that right there. As you can see, they all freaking pulled away. And I know someone, yeah, someone collided into me coming out of that exit. And then I get overtaken. I could have just hit the throttle right there, straight out, flat out. And I didn't. That was an error. There we go. I think I spinned out right here almost. Yep, I did. I ain't even gonna lie. That was bad. Here we go again, you know, and everybody's terribly in front of me. The person that's in 14 that did not finish, so it doesn't really matter at this point. But I'm like, let's just try to finish this race. And as you can see, I did not finish this other race either. which was terrible. But I mean, still on the learning things, trying to learn how to play with this. And I mean, everything after from here, like, it just goes downhill. Like, I don't even think there's anything cool to watch or anything. It's just me losing anyway. But you know, I just put a couple clips of me trying to, you know, trying to finish the race, I guess, or trying to gather myself up to not get so far behind. Because the guy who was in front of me, I believe he was only 8.5 seconds ahead. And yeah, after this is just terrible. Like, it just goes downhill. Like, it's bad, you know. I think after this he's gonna be like, you know, way ahead. I think at some point he's like in the 20s, and he's in the 10s now. But there's so much time I'm losing every lap just because I want to slow down extra on these corners and, you know, on these curves and stuff. I could have gained so much time from it, but, you know, I wanted to play it safe, even though I still spun out, which is beyond me. Yeah, you can see he's about to be like 20 seconds ahead of me. Like, I don't think so. I think he just spun out. Yeah, he probably could have crashed or something, because... Nope, here we go. Yep, 30 seconds ahead of me. I was wrong. Yeah, you got way ahead of me. I was like, at this point, I was ready to just quit, which I did, but not yet. Spin out again, hit the wall. Not even when it's dry. Because I'm not used to these kinds of cars. Yeah, I'm like, I remember when I was like, man, I wish it was dry. And even when it was dry. Let's just finish the freaking race. Even as the track is dry, like, it didn't even matter, because I still was getting like way... For some reason, I know this is a stupid video game, but I was still getting scared to crash. And I wasn't trying to spin out. I was just trying to have a smooth lap, and it just didn't go my way. Okay? I'm bad. I suck. I know. I just started. I'm a newbie at this shit. But I'll get better with time. It just takes practice and dedication, I guess. And, you know, I'll perfect my sim racing craft or whatever. But I don't feel like I'm terrible. Like, I'm not that bad, you know, but there's obviously, like, you know, a whole lot of learning that I still have to go through if I want to start being like in the upper 10s or whatever. That's like my only goal, you know, because I feel like to get to the first place is maybe, you know, that takes a lot more, you know, a lot more practice. As you can see, the guys in the last race who were in first place, like, there was only 2 all the way up there, and like the third position was like maybe 12 seconds off of that. So, you know, obviously it's a lot of work and dedication if you want to be up there, and I hope I do. I ain't gonna lie to you, I hope I do. That's my goal. But, you know, at this point, I feel like I can't even expect that out of myself, because, you know, I'll say one thing and then really I'll probably get like 10th place as my best ever, you know. But, you know, I'll get better over time. Don't matter, you know. This is just the beginning. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this wasn't like, you know, really bad or whatever. But, bro, thanks for watching.